Hey everybody, it's WillBits! And we're finally playing Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice. Case 3, trial day 1. I wasn't able to find any conclusive evidence yesterday. But if I can figure out Lady Kira's motive for threatening the High Priest, then maybe.
Nick, today, well...
Don't look so down, Maya. I'm gonna defend you with everything I've got. You would do well to cease this insanity while you still can. I'm guessing. Oh no, it's just Rafa. Hi, Rafa. As I said yesterday, I'm gonna defend my client in court.
Well, know this. You shall not witness a miracle of the sort that occurred last time. The moment she is found guilty, you too will be found guilty of abetting the accused.
I never claimed to be a miracle maker, but I am good at discovering the truth. And unlike miracles, the truth is always waiting to be found.
The truth, you say? Then it seems you have chosen your fate. This shall be your very last trial.
Don't kill me, Rafa!
Nick.
I'm gonna prove you innocent, Maya. You'll see. After all, you have to introduce the plumed Punisher, warrior of Neo-Twilight Realm, to the folks back home, right?
Right! I may be a defendant this time, but I'll be by your side like always, Nick.
Thanks, Maya. This place is tough on lawyers. I'll need all the help I can get. Plus, it's always good to have you on the team. Well, it's time. Let's go. All right, High Court of Kurain. Court is now in session. All rise.
Let the trial of Maya Fey begin.
The defense is ready, Your Majesty. Huh?
Quiet, can't you see, Prosecutor Sadamdi? He's absorbed in silent prayer.
Great! The trial's barely started and the judge is already mad at me.
He's very devout for a prosecutor.
Why is the accused standing over there?
Oh, well?
Your Majesty, in addition to being the accused, she is also my assistant.
The accused is your assistant, you say? Very well, then. The criminal does indeed make a fitting partner to a lawyer with a defiled soul.
I thought you kind of liked us a little bit. We, proved our worth or something. That wasn't very nice. Yeah, well, bad-mouthing lawyers seems to be a custom of sorts here in Kurain.
I must say I'm surprised to see you still here in Kurain, Mr. Wright. And even more so to find you in the Hall of Justice once more. I cannot fathom why you would willingly risk your life in yet another trial.
The answer is simple, Your Majesty. I am a lawyer, and this is what lawyers do. Although, to be frank, I'd rather be anywhere but here right now. Just praying to a butterfly.
Such foolishness.
Prosecutor Sadamdi, are you ready to begin now?
Yes, Your Majesty. The prosecution is ready. Let us begin without further delay. But first, I promise you both this. I will cast your wicked souls into the fires of hell. Thus shall the soul of the victim attain salvation.
Ha 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 ha! Yes, yes, we'll murder them here if we must. Splendid! I would expect nothing less of you, Prosecutor Sadmati.
Please save the victim's soul, Prosecutor Sadmati.
Punish the wicked lawyer who dares to stop these lacerates.
I think I'll pass on the whole fire and brimstone deal, please. But I'm not surprised by your words or stance, considering what Apollo's told me about you.
So it was you who instilled that putrid lawyerly guile within him.
Putrid? What?
He, too, must soon face the fires, lest his soul be lost to redemption. But I shall send you on ahead, so that he will not be lonely when he arrives.
Sorry, but I'm afraid it won't be that easy. People say I never know when to give up, or when to stop talking and start lawyering. Nervous, Maya?
A little.
Feels like it's been ages since we stood side by side like this in court.
Too bad I'm the defendant.
Don't worry. We haven't lost a case together yet.
You're right. Let's give us everything we've got, Nick.
Now then, Prosecutor Sadmati, would you please explain the case at hand?
Of course, Your Majesty. Let us begin. The last rites of the victim. Maya Fey has been charged with the crime of murder. The victim of her heinous crime was High Priest Tarustin. He was conducting the purification rite when he was brutally slain.
And the cause of death?
Let us review the victim's autopsy report and the crime scene photo, shall we? The cause of death was blood loss from a stab wound delivered to the abdomen. The murder weapon was likely the Warbad dagger, which was used in the rite. However, the weapon has yet to be found, though the scene was thoroughly searched.
A sacred relic used as a tool of murder. The Holy Mother's wrath shall be most severe.
The murder itself took place at the height of the purification rite. The accused had donned Lady Kira's sacred robes, and the victim was there to offer prayers as a high priest of Kurainism. During the rite, the victim and the accused were the only two at the inner sanctum. Therefore, the only person who could have slain the victim is Maya Fey.
Okay, but what if not that?
I must say, that does cast a great deal of suspicion upon the accused.
Indeed. Now then, allow me to submit this diagram of the crime scene as evidence in this case.
Page 4, and we've just begun the case. Oh, it's going to be quite the trial, I can already tell.
In Kurainism, slaying a priest is a sin most grave and dreadful.
I think everything is a sin most grave and dreadful. You guys need some nuance, so murder has more punch.
As such, Maya Fey's soul shall be plunged into the lowest level of hell, the hell of tickling. Tickle, 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 tickle. There she shall be tickled without end for 500 million years.
That doesn't sound that bad.
That is a terrible fate indeed. Would the defense care to respond?
And here I thought the lowest level of hell was the hell of back pain. The hell of light yoga. No, anything but that.
I don't remember killing anyone, and I don't have that dagger or anything like it.
As my client stated, she has no memory of the event as described by the prosecution. But more importantly, she had no motive to kill the High Priest in the first place.
Objection.
I thought you might say that. Nevertheless, the meaningless prattle of lawyers is utterly ineffectual here in the Hall of Justice. For all will be made clear by her benevolence, Rafa Padma Kurain's insights.
So it is, and so it shall be. The divination seance reveals the truth for all to see.
Here we go again.
Bailiff, please show in the royal priestess.
Time for a dance? Show me what you got, Rafa! Don't get too mad at me when I have to pull apart your things again. It's Princess Rafa! Oh, how beautiful her benevolence looks again today!
Glory to the Holy Mother for this blessed day.
As popular as ever, I see. Rest assured, good people of Kurain, I will defeat this murderer and her abettor. They shall not escape on their freedom express today. I learned what that was. It's a train. You don't get to ride one. I get to ride the trains. Want to ride a train?
What a joy it is to have the royal priestess back in the Hall of Justice. May the Holy Mother grant us her divine favor. Dihara Kurain.
Dihara Kurain. Barnum, but she sure looks pleased with herself. Especially for someone who didn't know what a Freedom Express was. Until yesterday. I taught you that word, Rafa. I taught you that word, not so you could use it against me. We were supposed to be friends. Buddies. We were buddies. Is there something stuck to my face? Bobbed head? Because there's certainly things stuck to the back of your hair. Did you lean against something? With your pointy hair? No, nothing, your benevolence.
Now then, your benevolence. The divination seance, if you please.
Very well. Nina, my robe.
I don't see. Oh no, she is dancing. Time for dancing. I need a Nana like that, so I can just be like, take my jacket off, put it back on.
Oh, Holy Mother, we hold this divination seance in your name.
And to be self-evident.
Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
Gotta say the prayer. And then we watch probably the same dance. It's still pretty good, even if it is. Tasty soul water. Show us what the soul was doing. I'm not gonna dance, don't worry. I don't have room in here to do it. I wonder what that symbol on the back of her back is. I didn't notice it before, but now that I've been made to become aware of the markings and stuff, I'm like actually curious. And I mean, I guess it's just going to be the symbol for the Holy Mother or whatever. And then it didn't work. That'd be really funny. Ah, cool, refreshing soul water. Okay, it didn't load there for a second. We saw Maya. Look, it is a barking dog. Was his vision really bad? Can't read that, can't read that. Oh, well, that's very suspicious. Wind. Incense, footsteps. Oh, pain. Well, that looks pretty conclusive, doesn't it?
The victim's Matama has spoken. The divination seance is complete.
Great. Another clearly incriminating seance vision.
It could not be any clearer, O foul defense. The accused donned the sacred robes of Lady Kira and then attacked the victim.
She changed too fast.
Oh, how very terrible it must have been. The figure of Lady Kira lit against the dim lantern light. The scent of incense growing ever more potent as she drew near. One could almost sense the horror Abbot in me must have felt.
The facts as presented by her benevolence are indisputable. But that wasn't me! Do something, Nick!
I'm working on it. That couldn't have been any clearer. Looks like I'm in for another uphill battle.
The accused committed this vile act during our ancient tradition, the purification rite.
Come to think of it, the rites guide explains the multi-part purification rite in detail. In case you didn't read it when you were handed before, the transformation rite. The high priest reads scripture while a priestess dons the robes of Lady Kira. The rite of water. Lady Kira enters the spring and the high priest purifies her, along with her dagger. The rite of fire. The priestess circles the sacred flames to purify her soul.
Indeed. It would seem that the murder occurred during the transformation rite. The rite dictates that the high priest stand in front of the spring.
But he isn't already because there were two lights behind him and one of the lights was broken, so he's facing the other direction, I think already. Therefore, the
accused must have attacked him from the direction of the broken lantern.
That's already a flaw in your testimony.
Well, barbed head?
Maybe. Actually, maybe, yeah. Would you care to object? I do object. Of course, because I know my client is innocent.
So you say you truly do not know when you are beaten, do you?
I managed to pull it off last time with Albie. I'll just have to do it again. I'm sure it'll be exactly the same.
You intend to find fault with her benevolence's insights yet again? It would seem lawyers are Pulconin creatures again. Pulconin.
I'm learning new words. Conjugation.
Look at that Pulconin!
Polkanin. What exactly is a Pulconin? Someone who's a real piece of work, so to speak. And it's usually not the word work. It's usually a different, meaner word. They can call me anything they want, except a Pulconin, because I don't know. The only thing I care about is uncovering the truth.
So, barbed head, are you foolish enough to risk your life for your so-called truth? Because in my insights are the truth. To deny them is to willingly dig your own grave.
Insight! Okay. Interpret the vision for us, as you might a 14-year-old.
The victim commenced the purification rite by bowing to the lanterns and reading a sutra. As the first part, the transformation rite ended, he lowered the sutra. Suddenly, he heard the accused's approaching footsteps and smelled her incense-laden robes. It was then that the victim felt an intense pain. I believe this is when he was stabbed.
The fact that you pointed out in that way,
as his life's blood spilled over, his vision dimmed, till finally he passed from our world.
I'm insulting 14-year-olds who are given legal oversight of an entire trial, because you should probably have more qualifications than that. I wouldn't want to do it, and I'm a lot older than that.
That is everything the victim experienced in his final moments.
Okay. Diagram updated.
Dressed in the sacred robes of Lady Kira, the accused rushed the victim head on. The brutal stabbing she perpetrated could not have been any clearer. Yes, it is plain for all to see. No, it wasn't me. A sudden drowsiness came over me during the transformation rite. I didn't even get a chance to put on Lady Kira's robes. You waste our time with such meaningless statements, accused. You cannot explain away the truths revealed by the royal priestess's divine insight. Ooh! How did you end up finding contradictions last time?
I've got one already. The deceased's final memories include all 5 senses.
Oh, you mean those words that appeared in the Pool of Souls? It looked to me like the bigger the word, the stronger the sensation was to the victim.
Yeah, that's how it looked to me, too. Okay, that's going to be important. The sensations themselves are never wrong, only the interpretations of those sensations. That's why I tried to point out mistakes in Rafa's insights the last time.
So there could be contradictions between what Abbott and me felt and her insights about them. Huh.
You got it. And I'm going to find them this time, too. Should I check how to point out contradictions in Rafa's insights? I'm okay. I think we got it. We're gonna be alright. Nah, I remember how it works. Still, the sensations this time seem to fluctuate more than the ones from Albie's trial, in which case I'd better keep an eye on changes in their intensity, too. Okay, time to point out the sensations that contradict the insights. Alright, so see, first of all, I'm just going to point out, this light should be broken and not on if they're facing the direction that they think that we're supposed to be. But let's look at these things. The victim commits the purification rite by bowing to the lanterns and reading a sutra. At the first part, the transformation rite ended. He lowered the sutra suddenly, heard the accused approaching footsteps, and smelled her incense-laden robes. So let's watch that, because I think this is already, they've made a big deal of intensity being important. Wind. Interesting, actually. Oh, the incense has increased, but the footsteps didn't, actually. That wind is going to be important somehow.
Objection!
I think that's important. The victim supposedly heard the accused approaching footsteps. But did he really?
What nonsense is this? Is it not abundantly clear?
No, it's not. Because there is something strange about those footsteps.
Strange? Explain yourself, bobbed head.
The footsteps are strange because they don't get louder. They're not getting any louder.
And why exactly does that matter?
Please focus your attention on the incense the victim smelled. The scent grows stronger as the accused approaches. Was the Kira thing just set up on like an incense thing? So the footsteps weren't, like it wasn't someone in the robe? If the accused really had approached the victim, the sound of her footsteps would have grown louder as the scent of incense grew stronger.
Well, why, that makes perfect sense. How can this be explained, your benevolence?
I'll make up a reason. Well, there must be a reason.
Rafa, you dummy! You silly dumb child.
It is as they say, even a putrid worm of a lawyer will turn.
What? What does that even mean? What?
He's not exactly singing your praises, that's for sure. Still, we cannot discount this information solely on account of its lawyerly source. Your benevolence. Perhaps you must listen more carefully to the abbot's matama.
Listen more carefully. What's he talking about?
Yes, it would appear so. I shall try to refine the sensation.
Refine the sensation? What?
I can more accurately gauge sensations by deepening my communication with a matama.
You were holding back! I didn't know you could do that. Why have we never done this before? This might have been useful, like widening the shot to see that he was what Albie was actually holding last time.
By refining a sensation, a clearer picture of the truth can be discovered.
Seems awfully convenient to see what you want to see.
Oh, blessed Matama, I beseech you, hear me now and respond to my call.
Bells.
Footsteps changed into bells? What could this mean?
Bells. But the only bells at the scene of the crime were...
That jingling must have come from Abbot Enmead's bells.
You mean those big things he had on his ankles?
Well, there you have...
Was he the one running?
The sound of bells was from the high priest's own footsteps.
That would explain why the sound of the footsteps sounded the same, but the incense grew closer. Because the doll maybe wasn't coming at him, he was coming at it? Does that make sense?
Then that means...
If the footsteps belonged to the victim himself, it means it was the victim who was moving, not the accused. The victim was the one who went running toward the broken lantern from the spring. A far cry from what her benevolence's insight would have us believe. Inner sanctum diagram updated. Okay.
But why would the victim have approached the accused?
Maybe he was trying to defend himself.
Please explain.
He could have felt threatened by Lady Kira standing there with a dagger. If so, he might have thought to overpower her before she attacked.
Still your voices! This is nothing but a theory, and a poor one at that! Be not led astray by this lawyer's obvious postulation!